Hey, what's up, guys? Dale Valor here for Modern Valor Dating. Today we're going to be talking about club game. You ever been in the club and you see that girl, you really want to go talk to her, you don't know what to say, you don't know what to do, the music's really loud, there's a gang of her friends around, there's some guys there too, and you just kind of feel intimidated a little bit. But we're going to handle all that. We're going to get into it. I got the top 7 tips on how to handle club game with a bonus tip at the end, so make sure you watch all the way through. We're going to get into that right now. Let's go. Tip number 1, get there early. Now, there's 2 schools of thought on this, getting there early versus getting there late. I'm a bigger fan of getting there early so you can get there, kind of establish your post, establish your area of the club. Like particularly if you got a bunch of people with you, if it's you and like 5 of your wings, you want a spot that you can bring girls to. Once you do, if you get there late and the club is full, it's hard to lock down an area to bring girls to, right? You should be looking to bounce them around. But, if you're doing that, inevitably, you're going to want to bounce them to your house. When I say your house, I mean your area of the club. All right. So the second school of thought is getting there late and making a grand entrance. All right. So, there's something to be said for that. I'm not opposed to it necessarily. I'm just a bigger fan of getting there early. So if the club opens at 10, get there at 10:30, 10:45, something like that. I'm not saying get there at 9:30 and wait for the doors to open, but just make sure that you're there before a gang of people are there so as that you can lock down your little area. We're going to hop into tip number 2. Let's go. Tip number 2, don't use alcohol as a crutch, okay? I'm a drinker. Like, I like to have a few every now and again, okay? But if I'm going out there to do game, I'm not going to drink like that. I might have one, maybe. And that's even kind of up for debate, So the thing is you don't want to use alcohol as a crutch to give you that social lubrication so you can approach. You want your game to be good enough so you can approach without it. Now, if your game's tight and you have no apprehension about opening at a club whatsoever, and, you just want to drink just to, kind of feel good and kind of get you going a little bit, okay, cool. But if you're new to game or even intermediate, I would suggest not drinking at all, okay? Just to keep you in the right frame of mind, to keep you calibrated, and to keep you from getting sloppy. All right, you want your game to be tight, not sloppy. So, yeah, make sure you limit the amount of alcohol that you have to very little to none. All right, we're going to hop into tip number 3. Number 3, tonality. All right, you're in a loud-ass environment. The music's bumping. How are you going to overcome that? There's so much going on. There's, people all around. People are dancing. People having a good time. Friends. All that kind of stuff. You got to hold her attention. How are you going to do that? Right? You got to be loud. You got to project your voice. Okay? Don't talk from your throat. Don't talk through your nose. You want to talk from here. You want to punch your words. All right? So that way, everybody can hear you. You don't just want your target or the one girl to hear you. You want the entire friend group to hear what you're saying. And when you lose one, you lose them all. And then eventually, okay? It might not happen right away, but within a matter of a minute, you're going to end up losing all of them. So make sure you punch your words. Talk from your diaphragm. You want to have if you have a high-pitched voice, it can kind of work against you, but you can still take your voice down an octave or 2, all right? You want to have a rich, textured voice and project it as loud as you can or as loud as you need to, all right? Just to hold everybody's attention. So we're going to hop into the next tip. Let's go. Tip number 4, you want to win over the friend group. Okay, we kind of talked about that in the last tip, but I can't stress how important it is for you to make sure you win over everybody. Because, again, when you lose one, you're going to lose them all. All right, and you want the friends to accept you. You want to be friendly to them. You want to invite you into the group. That's ultimately what you want, okay? Because, you know, what ends up happening is if you don't, their jam comes on. Come on, girl, it's time to go dance, you know, and rips her away from you. Or like, hey, we're going to go to the bathroom. And then, you know, I mean, you could go and open up other sets, but if you really got it popping, you know, you want to keep that momentum going, okay? So the thing is you want to really win over that friend group, have them befriend you, be a part of the group, be a part of the crew, and that can ultimately pay over dividend. It'll pay dividends later, for sure. As you know, if you want to pull or something like that, you know, you're building trust, you're providing safety. And, you know, so there's all those things. We've touched on that stuff in other videos, too. So make sure that you take a look at those. And, yeah, but super important. Went over the friend group. We're going to get into tip number 5. Let's go. Tip number 5, the dance floor. Okay. Now, there's dance floor game that you can do. That's not really what this video is about. Maybe we'll get into that in another video sometime down the line. But right now, what I'm talking about in terms of dance floor is, say you're on the dance floor, you meet a girl on the dance floor, you take her away from the dance floor and say you go to the bar or you go to your house in the club, all right, that we talked about earlier. Now, the thing is what you don't want to do is you don't want to take her back to the dance floor, okay? And the reason for that is you have pulled a sheep away from a bunch of wolves. All you're doing is taking her right back to the wolves if you take her back to the dance floor. You know, so when you pull her from there, you want to keep her attention, so ultimately bouncing her from place to place to place to place inside the club, hopefully bouncing her back to your place eventually. So we're going to get into the next tip. Let's get it. Tip number 7. Do not, whatever you do, supplicate. Okay? Don't fill her full of compliments, putting her on a pedestal, that kind of thing. You want to keep a cocky, funny frame, which is another video that we dropped earlier. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and check that out. But the thing is you don't want to gas her up. You know, so many guys in the club are already telling her, "Hey, girl, you're so fine," or "Hey, girl, you're beautiful. Let me buy you a drink." That kind of thing. Don't fall into that trap. Don't fall into that trap of buying drinks. Now, here's the thing. One of the things that I like to do to kind of sidestep that is do a little bar bet. Do a little fun game, something that you know that you're going to win. So if she's going to buy drinks, or maybe in your case, a water, because we already talked about that before, you know, the thing is that if you do a game, you win, she's buying you the drink. Now, it might be okay a little bit later to buy the second round. Okay, that's okay. But the thing is, you don't want to be the guy, "Hey, can I buy you a drink?" Don't do that, you know, because your value falls right off the table. Now you're lumped in with all the other guys. And believe you me, there's a lot of girls out there in the bar, in the clubs, that are looking for that. They're looking for guys to buy them drinks so they don't have to come out of pocket. It pumps their ego. It makes them feel good. Makes them feel good about themselves and all that kind of stuff. And they're just using you. Don't be used. Don't be a chump. All right. So we're going to get into the next tip. Bonus tip. All right. Here's the bonus tip. Be social with everyone. Men, women you're not attracted to, the staff, everybody. Be a social animal, okay? For a couple of reasons. One, it gets you kind of socially lubricated without the alcohol. It gets you into that state of just being able to be talkative, to communicate, to have fun, getting to meet new people. The other part of it is, you know, you're displaying higher value in that it looks like you're the guy to meet. You're putting out social proof for yourself. Even if you came by yourself, you can manufacture the social proof of looking like you're the most popular guy in the club by going around and talking to everybody. Because every group is going to assume that you're a part of the group that you were talking to before them. So before you know it, people are looking and like, this guy knows everybody, you know, and that shows extreme value. It shows you have high social proof and that you're the guy to know. So we're going to hop into the last bonus tip right now. Bonus tip 2. All right. What other video do you get 2 bonus tips? this one. I guess this is the only one. Here's the thing. The second bonus tip is this. Befriend the staff. All right, particularly if it's a place that you go to on a regular basis. Make sure that you get to know the bouncers, the people that take the money at the door, the bar staff. Befriend them, get to know them. It's going to pay off dividends later. You can get free drinks. I mean, like I said before, you really shouldn't be relying on alcohol to socially lubricate yourself, but you can get free waters. If you want to get a girl a drink, maybe you can get it for free. And the thing is that shows social proof. Again, just kind of leading back into the last bonus tip, you're displaying higher value. You have that social proof that everybody knows you. If you're on a first name basis with these people, maybe you don't have to pay cover. Maybe you don't have to wait in line. People appreciate it, particularly like the bouncers. Buy them a water. Just go to the bar, buy a water, give it to one of the bouncers. Hey man, I really appreciate your work here. I appreciate your effort keeping everybody safe. I just wanted to say what's up and give you this. Dude, that's going to go a long way if that's a place that you go to on a regular basis. Okay. So, keep that in mind and go out there, kill it in the club. I know it can be somewhat intimidating if you're not a club guy or you're not used to that environment. The only way you're going to get used to it is go out there and be a part of it, get in it, and immerse yourself in it. Okay. So I'm Dale Valor. I'm with Modern Valor Dating. And, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, share it with somebody who you think needs to hear it, and we'll see you in the next one. Salute.